Let us see problem number 17. A stone is allowed to fall from the top of the tower 100-meter high, and at the same time another stone is projected vertically upwards from the ground with a velocity of 25 meters per second. Calculate when and where the two stones will meet. Okay. So first let us draw a diagram. So let us draw the tower. So this is ground and this is a tower. So what is the length height of the tower? They have given 100 meter. Okay. So let us mark it as 100 meter. This is the height. So the height is 100 meter. And a ball A is allowed to fall in the downward direction. At the same time, another ball B is thrown vertically upwards. So let's call ball A as 1, ball 1 as A and ball 2 as B. So let us assume both the balls meet at a point and let that distance from the top, right, from the top till the meeting point be S. So from the top till that meeting point, let us call it as S. And what is the remaining distance from the ground till the meeting point? The total height is 100 meter. From the top, the distance is S. So from the bottom, the distance will be 100 minus S. So let us assume this is the meeting point. So first, for any problem, we have to draw this kind of what is the meeting point, what is the length of the tower, like that. And they are also given the second ball is projected vertically upwards from the ground with a velocity of 25 meters per second. So for B, U is equal to 25 meters per second. That is the initial velocity of ball B. So let us write what are all the things given. Okay. Height of the tower. Height of the tower is equal to 100 meter. Let us assume, okay, let both the walls meet at a point which is S meter from the top. And in the question they are also asking when and where, right? So let us meet the balls meet at the point S from the top after t seconds. So let us see like that. Okay. So then at the meeting point, at the meeting point, distance traveled by stone drop is equal to S. So the distance traveled by projected stone, the, the stone that is thrown vertically upwards, right? That is called as projectile stone. So that will be equal to 100 minus S meter. Okay. Now let us substitute using the equation of motion. Okay. So let us divide the page in two halves, one for the stone drop and one for the projectile stone. So for stone drop, for projectile stone. So here u is equal to 0. U is equal to 0 meter per second. A is equal to 10 meter per second square. So is it positive or negative? The ball is traveling in the downward direction and the acceleration due to gravity is also acting in the downward direction. So A is equal to plus 10 meter per second square. So we know the second equation of motion, S equal to ut plus half A P square. Okay? So U is equal to 0. So let us substitute, then it will be, instead of A, let us substitute 10, right? So 10 by 2 P square, which is equal to 5 P square. So for projectile stone, A is equal to minus P because the ball is traveling in the upward direction and the acceleration due to gravity is acting in the downward direction. So that is equal to minus 10 meter per second square. Okay. And they have given U is equal to 25 meter per second. So let us substitute in second equation of motion. S is equal to ut plus half A square. So what is S for the second equation of motion? It has traveled 100 minus S meter is equal to U is what? 25 P plus half. This A is equal to minus 10. Right? So we can write minus 10 by 2 is 1 by 2 and then P square. Okay. So 100 minus S is equal to 25P minus 5P square. Now let us substitute. So let us call this as equation number 1 and let us call this as equation number 2. Substitute equation number 1 into, then what do we get? 100 minus, instead of S, let us put 5P square. 100 minus 5P square is equal to 25P minus 5P square. Both sides minus P square can be cancelled. So it will be 100 is equal to 25P. This implies P is equal to 100 by 25, which is equal to 4 seconds. So we have assumed that the time taken will be T seconds. So T seconds, after 4 seconds, the stones will meet. After 4 seconds, stones will meet. Stones will meet. So we have answered the question when the two stones will meet. Now we have to find where the two stones will meet. So let us substitute T is equal to 4 seconds in equation 1. So S is equal to 5T square, which is equal to 5 into 4 square, which is equal to 5 into 16, which is equal to 18 meter. So the stones will meet at 80 meter from top, or from the bottom it will be 100 minus yes. So 100 minus 80 is 20. So 20 meter from the ground. So this is the answer. The stones will meet after 4 seconds, and where it will meet at 80 meters from the top or 20